everyone, Forever Lego Studios here. Welcome back to episode 27 of Building Kamino in Lego. Guys, I'm super excited to bring this week's episode to you all. Now, of course, I do want to point out that I do apologize for this week's episode coming out late. I'll explain that in just a minute. But you guys know the drill. Huge shout out to our series sponsor, Minifigs For You. David has generously sent me a bunch of awesome Kamino style clones as well as awesome clones that will be used in this mock and the finale and stuff like that. So huge shout out to David for that. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get some awesome custom clones. I really recommend it because they are pretty fantastically made. So with that being said, I am very proud of the progress that was made in this week's episode because of the fact that there was a lot of progress that was made. Mainly, of course, in the actual hangar. To the point where everything's, or at least like the walls are pretty much to their max heights. So as most of you guys know, I mentioned that I wanted to get everything to the same height as the pillar inside the hangar. That way everything kind of fit more, I guess, evenly, I guess you could say. Got the walls, or at least most of the walls, to that exact height. Started covering the top so you didn't see all the filler or the like wires and stuff like that to the lights. So most of it's covered up. Tiling's pretty much done. You got the color tones that were needing to be switched to the actual color that they need to be, and overall just a ton of progress that was made, and I'm super excited to bring this week's episode to you all. I did not sadly get to the whole last platform and stuff like that. Main reason was I was focusing on the fan appreciation room, which is of course going to be another thing that I'm going to be showing off in this week's episode. A lot of you guys have been really excited for it. And I was like, sweet, I'm happy that you guys get pumped up and stuff like that for that. So I ended up getting the order the other day, and this is kind of the reason why I had to push the episode a little late, is because my bricklink order came in a little late, which is fine. It's not that big a deal because I got it built. But I spent a lot of my time getting like the tiling done, the area kind of put together. I don't think I'm 100% done with it. I think I can change a few things, maybe add a few more jukeboxes and something like that, or some fun other Easter eggs in there. But yeah, I'm really excited to bring this week's episode to you all. So if you're still enjoying the series, show us some love by smashing that like button, and let's get on to today's episode right now. Okay guys, so starting off this week's episode, of course, showing you all the whole mock. I'm actually using a wide lens, I guess, in this sense, so you guys get to see like the whole mock in its entirety, and it actually looks pretty nice in my opinion. Now, of course, there really wasn't any progress that was made over this area because of the fact that this area has been done for a while now. Didn't have any of the waves added because of the fact that I ran out of certain pieces, and I'll get into this in just a moment, but nothing else. Again, I mentioned that I was going to work on that platform, but sadly I got my priorities towards the fan appreciation room. So of course the main priority was getting that hangar I guess closer to finish. So let's get into that beautiful hangar. Okay guys, so here is the actual hangar and whatnot. So this thing is just looking fantastic in my opinion. Like I mentioned, I raised the walls up to their, I guess, final height, basically so it can match up with the pillar. I mentioned, like, I think last week or something like that, that I was going to have an overflow kind of filling in that empty space, so it kind of like filled in complete and whatnot. I kind of like the design I put up here. If you're wondering why there's a hole right here, this is basically so it allows me to I guess unattach the wires and stuff like that, so I can get into the lights if anything snaps or if anything needs to be fixed. I have that open area right there. Now, of course, the walls to their max height look really nice in my opinion because of the fact that I guess it gives more depth. So especially when you're like from this angle, you have that nice wall to, I guess, raise to that height as well. Now, you guys already know the battle droids and the clones already have their guns. I set them up in kind of like a battle formation and stuff like that. I actually quite like how this is looking. On that side, I really didn't do too much work other than filling in a bit more tiles. Just because of the fact that all my dark bluish gray brick kind of went into finishing this area. That side's going to be finished hopefully next week, or within the next week. Of course, this was another thing I kind of worked on, is getting like this top area kind of covered because of the fact that I didn't really want, of course you don't want wires or innards or filler and stuff like that to see when you're looking at mock and stuff like that. And so I basically have a ton of these. I guess I've got a cup right here. A cup of these like 1x2 curved slopes and stuff like that, and I really like them. I had them for Hoth. I was like, you know what, maybe this will look nice, and I actually really like it. It's kind of a nice like top piece to add for the inside. Now of course this not outside, but like this more grayer area is going to be different. That's why, you know, there's still studs showing and stuff like that. Before, like on the inside where you have all these nice whites and black and stuff like that, I'm going to have like, you know, this black stripe going through and these tiles or slopes kind of going on the sides. And honestly, I really like the look of that. Like, I don't know. I really like it. I'm definitely going to have it like continue on that corner and maybe even farther down that way. But I don't know. I just really like the continuous black stripe going down. So now with that being said, you guys can see that, you know, there's some progress made down in that last room right there, if you guys can see right there. So you guys can tell I have a little fun room. Now of course, like I mentioned at the beginning, there are a few things I'm going to change or at least add later on, and this is going to be the fan appreciation room. Like, of course I do need to add some more people. I need to add fans. I need to add a few extra things. I'm definitely thinking about adding another boombox, and that's basically what this is. Like, here, let me see if I can grab it real quick. But basically, it's like a boombox. I built this pretty quickly, and it's basically basically from the Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. As you guys know, I try to add those kind of like Easter eggs and stuff like that. That's why you have the color pads or the color pad dance room. If you guys ever played that game or played the episode 2 level where you're on Kamino as Obi-Wan, if you go into the secret room, you can like go on this pressure pad and a disco ball comes down and music starts playing. So that was the whole idea of the joke. I could have made it longer. I do have like more of these plates right here, but I felt like if I pushed it even further, it just wouldn't look right. So I feel like 4 looks fine enough. Again, plus it's going to be filled out with other things. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys are thinking of it. I definitely wanted to see you guys' opinions. Again, there will be other stuff in here, of course, adding even more fans. So also quickly, if you guys want your figure in the mock, just private message me over on Instagram or Discord. Usually leave a link to both in the description of the video. If you guys want one, definitely send me a message over there and I'll do my best to see what I can do. Another thing is I changed these little areas right here. You guys could probably notice this, and that's going to be like a window or 2 windows, I guess. And this was actually just meant to be a Easter egg or for a mini kit. As you guys know, I'm going to have mini kits in the mock. This was going to be one of those rooms. I have a mini kit right there behind that window. You can already see that right there. It's just supposed to be a small little, like, oh, you know, mini kit's right there. So I wasn't planning on doing that, but I actually kind of like the window design. So I was like, maybe I should add something above. So that's basically what I did. I switched out the wall and basically added another window with a clone trooper kind of just chilling behind it or running towards somewhere. Maybe he's running towards to collect the mini kits. So I actually really like that. And that's pretty much all the progress that was made. I spent a lot of time this week. I just kept on going and going, and that's kind of why the episode was pushed back, because I just non-stop wanted to get progress done, which is a great thing. It's always nice to have that builder spree, like, okay, I don't want to stop building, I want to keep going and going. But yeah, I am really loving how this is coming along, and I may have some good news in the I guess end out of the video. So that being said, if you guys are already enjoying, definitely show some love by smashing that like button, and let's get out to that outro. Okay guys, so that was this week's episode. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, definitely show some love by smashing that like button. Just let me know what you guys think of that fan room. Again, there are a few things I'm going to change to add a bit more life to it, as well as, of course, I need more fan or people or figures and stuff like that to add in there. So again, like I mentioned, if you guys want your own sig fig or signature figure in the mock, basically just message me over on Instagram or Discord. I'll leave a link to both of them in the description below if you guys want. But guys, I'm super happy with the progress that was made, and I have some pretty good news. I can't promise too much on this matter because of the fact that this is something I really want to do, and this may end up taking over a week to do. And that is, I really want to make episode 28, which is going to be the next one. Today's 27. make episode 28 the finale of Building Kamino. And what I mean by that is there really isn't much to do left. A lot of the stuff that I'm working on, I actually am going through my own part collection and haven't really purchased anything. The only things that I really need to purchase is the stuff to add more waves and a couple other orders, like maybe some dark bluish gray bricks, and that's basically it. So what I'm going to do is later tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to be going on Bricklink, ordering a bunch of parts that or at least calculated what I need, and I'm going to place them, and everything else I'm going to do my best to finish, because of the fact that I really want episode 28 to be the finale, because of the fact that I mentioned a while back that I wanted to make sure that the series was finished before episode 30, and I feel like 28 would be a great episode to end off on, because of the fact that there really isn't that much left to do, and honestly I feel like if I really push through it, I can get the finale out with that. So like I said, I can't promise that's going to be out next week, because of the fact that this may end up taking a little longer. My Bricklink order may be I can't speak. My Bricklink order may come out a little later, so hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I know I keep saying I don't want to skip weeks and all that, but honestly, if it takes 2 weeks to bring out the finale, I think it'll be worth it, and I hope you all will think as well. So again, let me know in the comments section below what you guys think of the progress that was made this week. If you're new to this channel, definitely subscribe. We are almost to 900 subscribers, which is kind of crazy because I just hit 800 a little bit ago. So huge thank you guys. I can't really thank you guys enough for all the support and whatnot. So again, if you enjoyed, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you all have a great and wonderful day. Bye-bye.